What's happening, everyone? Hope you're having a great day. Just wanted to talk a little bit today, or if there's a title that I can make of this video, and it's Embrace the Hardships of Life. Embrace the hardship, embrace the resistance, embrace the hard times, the challenging times, embrace resistance, all of that. And the reason that this has come about is I was actually listening to a couple podcasts, and they were talking about how, over the last, handful of years, life has become a lot easier for us. I'll admit, we have a lot of luxuries in our lives. We call it third world problems. I remember talking about a bridge that was out across the street from my office where I had to go around an extra 10 to 15 minutes on my commute to work and home. And, kind of feeling a little bit spoiled. Wow, a bridge is out, big deal. At the end of the day, it is what it is, right? But we find ourselves getting caught up in these things. And so it reminded me of fact of how a diamond is created, right? And I want you to think about your life as a diamond, a beautiful gem. You look at the gems in diamond earrings or in your rings, and look at the color and the contrast and the way the sun shines on that diamond. You'll see some flaws, and you'll see, all of these things, but it's still, no matter, even with the flaws, it's a beautiful, beautiful stone. It's something that is considered rare. There's not as many diamonds out there in the world. But how are diamonds created? I'm not talking about man-made diamonds. I'm talking about diamonds that are brought out of the earth. I had to look it up to see exactly the definition of how a diamond is created, but it's carbon deposits that are deep within the earth that have come under an extreme amount of heat and an extreme amount of pressure. And I want you to take that metaphor and kind of correlate it with your own life. Have you ever been where you felt like you were in a pressure cooker? You ever feel like you had a lot of heat and you had a lot of pressure on your life? Things may not have been easy. Things may not have been tiptoeing through the tulips. Doesn't matter what you're looking at in your life, whether it's your career, whether it's your business. Maybe you just started a business. Maybe it's hard in a relationship. I've been married 29 years, and I was talking to some friends of mine a week or so ago, and I was talking about, what's sad in our world today is that when people find out that I've been married for 29 years, and has it been easy? Absolutely not. I mean, I can go into a lot of things, as there were many trials, many challenges, and have been challenges, and will continue to be challenges in our relationship. You're taking two people that have two different perspectives, and you're trying to bring them together in a melting pot and create this harmony, this relationship. And you think there's not going to be conflict? You don't think there's going to be disagreements? Absolutely, 100%. But when that stuff comes to your life, it's not time to run away. It's not time to say, oh my gosh, this is too hard. Because what happens is in those times, in that pressure cooker, in that heat, is when we are refined, is when we improve, it's when we get better, it's when it continues to develop the story of your life. I want you to embrace the hard in your life. Stop trying to run away from it and only look for the easy path, because life is not just about easy. I noticed in the last handful of years this whole victim mindset where nobody wants to take radical personal responsibility for their own actions and for their own behaviors and for their own attitudes. We want to blame everything. We want to blame our exterior. We want to blame everything around us. And guys, I'm very old school. I'm 49 years old, going to be 50 years old. But going back to my story, I was very saddened by when people go, man, 29 years, that is completely and totally sad. Like many, 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 many years ago, you would hear, you'd see old folks, grandparents, and they'd be married 40 years and 50 years, right? And again, I'm not talking about if a relationship is not working and you have tried to work it out, but so many times I've seen people literally give up on the first try. Like, it's not going to work, a little bit of resistance. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work in my business. I'm feeling some resistance in my business, so I better just put that down and maybe try something else. Guys, it is about embracing the hard. It's about embracing the resistance, because that in and of itself is what refines us and makes us that beautiful gem or that beautiful diamond on the other side. And so many times I see when things get a little bit hard, or when things become a little bit overwhelming, or when things get a little bit like, oh man, this is uncomfortable, we want to bail. We want to move to the easy. We want to, get into a situation where we think life is about easy. And I've mentioned this to you before on other videos, previous videos, that a coin has two sides to it. It has heads and tails. You can't have a coin complete without both sides. And with life, you can't have without both sides. You can't have good without resistance or without struggle, because you would never recognize the other side of the coin and have a greater appreciation for those things. I've talked about it before where, I feel like young people, if they don't have something invested, they don't have skin in the game, they don't have an appreciation for those things. If the parents just give everything to their kids. I also don't want to rob my kids of hardship. I don't want to rob my kids of the things that I experienced, because it's what made me me. It's what made me who the person that I am today. Because I'm not the same person that I was when I was 19 years old. There were struggles that I went through in my relationships and with my career and with the jobs that I've had. I didn't want to run away. I wanted to run to the hardship, because I knew that I could grow from that. I knew that I could become a better person from that. So I want to encourage you guys, don't run away from hardship. Don't run away from resistance. Resistance isn't, oh, this is bad. This must mean that I'm not on the right path. No, work is motion against resistance. Guys, energy is motion against resistance. You're going to have some resistance in your life, in your relationships, in your career, in your businesses. It doesn't matter. Embrace it. Know that you're going to become a better person out of it. Don't run away from it. I've seen so much of this victim mindset and all these things going on. We want to blame everything going on instead of taking personal responsibility, looking in the mirror and saying, what am I becoming through this process? Instead of wanting to run away from the hardship, take a minute, take a deep breath and say, this thing's weighing on me right now, but what am I becoming from it? What kind of character is being built out of this situation? It's so vitally important, guys, that we embrace that aspect of our lives, because we grow from it. We become a greater person from it. I don't look back over my life and regret any hardships that I've ever gone through, because it has brought me to where I am today. Had I had it easy my entire life, I probably wouldn't be sitting here in front of this camera. I probably wouldn't be in the mortgage business. I would be doing something completely different. I probably wouldn't even be married to my wife. Again, all of the things that you've gone through in your life can lead you up to where you are today, that have refined you and made you a better person. So embrace the hardship, embrace the resistance. I want to encourage you. Don't get discouraged when that happens in your life. Know that you are on the right path, and that hardship then will turn to goodness and to easiness, and then it's like plateauing, right? You're climbing the mountain, then you'll plateau, then you're climbing the mountain again. In every one of those positions, you're going to feel resistance. New levels, new devils, as you've heard before. If you're going to a new level, you're going to get new levels of resistance. So hope that has been helpful to you, and just want to encourage you today, don't run from it. Don't run from it. So have a great rest of your day. Embrace the hardship, embrace the resistance, and until next time, bye for now.